I cannot express to you the joy that I had when this came up on my For You page this morning. Oh my god. I did not have Tarot Reader on Fox News 2024 on my bingo card. I did not. But we're obviously going into a year of complete surprises. So let's talk about it real quick. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what she pulled real quick, because she only pulled one card per question. And then I also want to talk about what the news anchor said at the end. And let me make myself clear. I am not part of the two-party political system. I am an independent. I will die on that hill, okay? So I'm not pro any of these people, and I'm definitely not pro Fox News, but this poor little tarot reader woman, I was feeling for her, I'm not gonna lie. So first this man asks her, right? Like, what is like Trump's future 2024 election, right? He's asking about that. And she pulls this. She pulls the Five of Cups on Fox News. I didn't think I'd ever say those sentences together in my entire life. Five of Cups, and she does say, is great loss. It's great emotional loss. It is. Okay? So, it's still one card, so it's not like a full, expansive reading to get details on it, but I'm just dying. This cracked me up so hard, and it's also how I know that they are not paying her for answers. Like, for answers that they want, because there's no way in hell that they wanted to hear that. I'm just amazed they let this poor woman on. And this woman stutters and she's like, I know I'm on Fox News right now. I know I'm... And I'm like, of course they had to get a woman that's out of the United States to feel like less biased about it. But like, this is so funny to me. So on to the next card. Can't see the full thing here, but this is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. I screenshotted these, so I'm sorry. But he asks about Joe Biden's like future with the presidential election or whatever. And she pulls the Nine of Pentacles, which I'm not for either of them. I'm not pro neither of them, but she talks about big wealth, big money coming his way. And maybe it is big money, but Pentacles also talk about like the physical surroundings, your physical tangible objects in your life, that you're going to gain more of that in your life. More physical, tangible things that you can see, smell, touch, feel, whatever, right? Is Pentacles. So it may not just be money, but it's assets. Like, he's going to be gaining a lot more assets this year, physical assets, which I find interesting. But this also doesn't necessarily mean like that he's going to become president again. I want to also say that it just means that within this election cycle, within those parameters, he's going to be gaining quite a bit, whether it be, you know, a seat as president again or not, I don't know, but he's going to be gaining a lot. So again, we can only tell so much from one card. So, you know, there's a whole tizzy about that. Dude makes a joke about, oh, is he getting the money from China? Ho, 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 ho. Whatever. So he asks about that. And then she pulls another card, which I haven't seen in most of these, like most of the TikTok things. I actually had to like go look it up myself. And then I found her pulling another card that she doesn't really expand upon, and I want to talk about it. So then he asks about himself, because, you know, he's got to find out. Like, he's got this woman at his disposal. He might as well ask. So he asks what the future, like Jesse Waters, the guy that's interviewing her, is asking about, like, his future. And she pulls this card, which is the Knight of Swords. And she does not expand upon it very well, which I find interesting. I don't really know why. But, okay, so knights are fast-moving. They're some of the fastest-moving cards in the deck. And swords are about communication, logic, and truth. So I don't know much about this newscaster. I don't really know why she didn't expand upon this very well. I didn't feel like she really, like, talked about it very much. And she skipped on, oh, I have these, like... She had, like, these keywords she was giving him instead. I think it was, like, Greece, Australia, and baby, or something like that. And then he made a joke about, oh, I hope my wife's not watching this kind of thing. So, I don't know. I don't know what that Knight of Swords was that she was I don't know if she was getting anything from that or not, but that's fast-moving communication. He about to be finding something out real soon. So maybe it is about the baby thing. Maybe he's going to get communication about, like, maybe his family is expanding or something like that. But again, it's just one card, so we can't really truly look at that further unless we pulled more cards on it, in my opinion, or unless she wanted to talk about her, you know, talk about it more, but she didn't really expand upon this card. She just kind of flipped over to the keyword she was giving him. So that's his prediction, okay? And then lastly, so he asks verbatim, please tell us what America should be looking for in 24, okay? This is important because I want to talk about what he says and why he says it, and then what he says after, and let's talk about it. She pulls the 9 of Cups. So we had the 9 of Pentacles for Joe Biden, and then the 9 of Cups for what should America be looking for in 24. Keyword, what should we be looking for? Looking for. Not set in stone, but what should we be looking for? 9 of Cups is the wishes fulfilled card. So she was interpreting the meanings of them correctly, in my opinion, but she was not expanding upon them very much. Of course, I don't know how much time she had. I don't know what parameters she was given. This is kind of hard to do, especially on Fox News Network. Oh my God. So 9 of Cups talks about wishes fulfilled, like we said. So what America needs and needs to be looking for is emotional fulfillment. Cups are emotions. They're your inner world, your inner body, right? It's kind of the opposite of swords, but also they work in tandem. It's its own thing. Long story short, what America should be looking for is emotional happiness and fulfillment and empathy. Fulfillment. Not about physical, tangible objects, not about money, not about any emotional happiness. That's what we should be looking for. Now, after she pulls that card and explains that it's happiness, true happiness, whatever. Then he says, then Mr. Waters says, oh, it's a big, big happy year for America. Can be. It can be. Sir, you asked the wrong question and then responded in a way that was not concrete to what the truth of the matter was. You asked what should we be looking for, and then acted like after she pulled the card it was concrete, because obviously, let's be honest, this guy doesn't believe any of this. He didn't know what he was getting himself into. They really didn't even have anyone who knew anything about what she was doing, interviewing her and asking the right questions, because after he goes, oh, America's gonna have big, big happiness this year, we're gonna have big, big happiness. Sir, you asked the wrong question then, or you're making the wrong statement at the end. We can have that. That's what we should be looking for. That's not concrete. Nothing about this is concrete. That's how this works. We are humans. We make a different decision. The cards change. But as of right now, this is where we're at. What should we be looking for is this, not what are we going to have, which would have been a better question, Mr. Waters. Because what are we going to have may have been a completely different card that came out. But you asked, what should we be looking for? Wrong question. Wrong question. And then you reacted as if it wasn't concrete. Oh, we're going to have big, big happiness. Sir, you don't know what you're doing. You are in over your head with this. I know you don't believe it, but I do. And I do believe these cards. I do believe what came out was correct, in my opinion. As a tarot reader of over a decade over here, I started when I was 15. So I have like 12 years of practice with not only tarot, but oracle and card reading in general. And I believe she was correct. I wish I could have seen more, but obviously they weren't going to give her like the parameters to do a full-on spread like I would have done, or like a lot of other people could have done. I don't know. Everyone has their own way of doing things, and I'm not going to say her way was wrong or right, but they also probably gave her parameters that were like, you only have this much time, so you can only do this much information, blah, blah, blah. Because at the end of the day, these producers had no effing clue what they were asking for, and I have no idea why they thought it was a good idea to bring a tarot reader on, because this was so funny. I mean, it brought me joy. But I don't think that this was their demographic. You should see the comments on YouTube, my guy. Comments had me cracking up, though. Let's be honest. I did, out of basic human respect, I took away their names. But Demons on Fox, playing with fire here, stay away from the occult. Biden lost his mind. This one down here says, G. Tarot. Then what? Reading from, I think it was auspices or from some auspices or something from some intestines was wild to me also. This is a new low for Fox. Wow, politics and tarot. What a mix. What the hell is this? Messing with the occult is not a good idea. Asking a psychic to tell you the future is like asking the devil to deceive you. I would offer that psychic $100 if she could tell me what I did yesterday. She'd probably make the $100. Took her a while to pick out Trump's card compared to Biden's. I call BS to this scam. Just wild. I want to know your thoughts, because this was wild to me. Okay? Oh my God, what a morning. you.